Welcome to the Commercial Vehicle Pro podcast. I'm Candy McCollum, and today we're looking at the glue that holds the commercial vehicle industry together. We often talk about trucks, the upfits, and there's one component that touches the ground every single second, and that's the tires. So joining me this morning is Kristen Nice from SimpleTire. Good morning, Kristen.
Good morning, guys.
SimpleTire's moved far beyond just being a website to buy rubber. You're becoming a critical partner in the data in the industry. So for those that are not familiar with SimpleTire, can you just tell us a little bit about what you guys actually do today?
Yeah, absolutely. So SimpleTire is an online tire retailer. So at our core, SimpleTire is really a technology-driven supply chain. We don't own any of our own inventory ourselves, but we've built a digital network that links to over 3,000 independent suppliers and over 20,000 installation points. So we're right there at the right price for our customers, and we service both direct to consumer and then also our business clientele that work more closely with the commercial world and fleet management side of business entities today.
Well, that's very exciting. Talking about because it Work Truck Solutions, Convoy, and our Pro Pubs, we talk a lot about the vehicle, the spec, and how important it is for those that spec is to the cycle, the duties, the use case. So let's dig a little bit more into the industry collaboration piece. Why is that spec data so vital to what you do?
I mean, it's completely important across the board. I mean, when we talk about commercial or the tire industry in general, whether it's for a personal vehicle or for, a work commercial van or trucks, it's about the accuracy. Without the spec data, like the GVWR, the axle loads, we can't recommend the right customs to the upfits or what companies are looking for, specifically with the heavy duty equipment, ambulances, something that carries a specific weight capacity. It's very important that we have that data on hand to be able to provide our clientele the right tires for what they're looking for.
So how does that help the rest of the industry? Let's say your data, how does that help a fleet owner or an OEM?
So it's bridging the gap completely for those folks, especially sharing build specs. It ensures that the fleet owner maintains the integrity of the build. It reduces the liability for the upfitter, and it ensures that the warranty compliance for the OEM is correct and accurate for them. And it's just important for us to know all of this information across the board for all of our business clientele that we work with.
Well, let's pivot on a topic that it isn't stalling, right? Maybe adjusting its aim, and that's electrification. So EV fleets are different beasts. What are you seeing in the commercial EV space regarding tire needs?
So it's definitely becoming more popular now, and there's a massive need for education across the board, especially as EVs become more sought out throughout the industry. So we do use something that's called Simple Score, and it spec matches. They identify the tires with higher load ratings. So if you account for faster replacement cycles, your ROI calculations could be wrong. So we're seeing it become more of a need across the board for our fleet industry that they're looking into how can we be most cost effective. The EV is where a lot of folks are going now. So we just want to be sure that we can, service that. And the great thing about what SimpleTire does is being that we don't hold our own inventory. We have over 3,000 different suppliers across the nation. We're able to service our customers and provide this inventory right up front, right when it's released to the market. Because we're not siloed to just one specific supplier or a handful of suppliers on the Northeast or the West Coast, wherever we may be. We have it across the board that we can make sure that we're servicing all of the needs for whatever customer that we're working with.
Excellent. That's strong. I did take a look at SimpleTire, your website, and there was a platform called Simple Business. So how does that specifically cater to commercial vehicle, let's say for our audience, the commercial vehicle network, and how we interact?
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little backstory real quick. Back in 2017, when I started here at SimpleTire, we actually didn't have a commercial business platform that we really utilized. So myself and some other team members, we very much worked up the ability to have a segment for business clientele. So something that's very near and dear to my heart is simple business, being able to create that. And really what it does is we're allowing the ability for either tire resellers, whether that's like an installer, a tire retailer, to have a platform with SimpleTire and work directly with us. But on the commercial side, we also have the ability that we want to be able to give, great discounts, promos to fleets and to commercial users that, may not be reselling, but they have the ability to purchase tires that are at a discount for whatever they're needing for their fleet management.
So where do you see the biggest opportunity for SimpleTire to collaborate with partners like dealers, upfitters?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the biggest portion of SimpleTire, especially in my tenure here, is that, we're not here to replace direct relationships with manufacturers or direct relationships with suppliers. We're more so sought out as the secondary option of, you might have a relationship with Michelin, Bridgestone, Toyo, maybe one of a tier one, tier two relationship with manufacturers. But there's a lot of times that we're noticing that these commercial users or fleet managers, they don't have the exact relationship with a dealer or manufacturer directly. So that's where we come in. And I think that that's a great, opportunity for us to work more closely with, the commercial environment to really be able to service, what they're looking for, whether they're looking to buy 100 units of a specific size or if they're looking for something that's on demand that maybe their local connection doesn't specifically have. I think it's a great opportunity for us to just get our name out there and make sure that people understand that who you normally go to might not have what you're looking for, but I can almost promise you SimpleTire does have it somewhere. So,
Thank you, Kristen. Well, I think it's clear that SimpleTire is moving the needle on managing assets. And thank you for joining us and showing us how those four patches of rubber are actually the gold mine of data for our industry.
yes, absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me. It's been great chatting.